What's up? This is T-K²Podcast with your boy.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to T-K²Podcast. This is your girl Koki. Kibile fastene.
Our mind.
Oh, I don't mind.
But then with yours truly, Makharanga Makhareezy, Wally Easy. We are here. More the famous Lavi Fitness Mega City. Anyways, Lesego, Njagemi, Waiki.
Mochware.
We had a buyer all the way, and thank you, Jaga. Thank you for Swagala. You are one because you were but what buyer na going way for Greg Yamaka. Yeah, but then how can we Kenya for Lesego Tragakai?
Thanks, Karabo. Thanks, Koki. Kenya Lesego from Ganyesa.
Right.
Ganyesa is in Northwest, Dr. RSM. Koki. Yeah, that's my roots. But that now
Yeah. So Mafiging Upusha.
It's my day-to-day job or keep speak up on
Alright,
that's my day-to-day job. However, my accent to get something else. Yes.
You still under the
department. It's under the same department, community safety. Yeah, that's what I do.
Guys, I think like wale Makhareezy T4 kere. Has the pause for all motho wa ntate o tsena ko salon o bitla o re ke kopa le ntireng manicure or peri or what o de less motho ko gaka o dirile dinala na ke kopa ba bontshe ha
Hola. That was on to be on blast, but then
I always say to them but
2023 wa fetsa rapenta ba lovely bana ba batla go ntsola ntshaidi ya bafishe that's to cleanliness.
Anyway, I hear that there's a few things that you do apart from your 9 to 5 job, right? So I get more about that, or should I like mention a few? I don't know.
Mention a few. Mention one.
I mean, firstly, you the founder of Hats and Shades, right? You are a motorcycler.
Yeah.
And you're a DJ.
Sure.
I mean, how do you balance all those in your 9 to 5?
It's ke khanya go khona go manage nako ga gago you know dilo tse tsotlhe di diragala ka nako e one. I mean,
right.
I have your 9 to 5 job, and then Hagicha is a DJing, it's at night, and then biking. I say every weekend. So I choose this one because you can't do all of them at the same time. So I choose maybe for game thing, how feel and or and then those are the ones that I go for, and then also. Events it's not your everyday thing. However, how we towards hosting the event, it requires to be there 24/7. But it's once in a while because I can event that hosted so it's a club maybe 4 events in a year. So something that one can manage to work with.
So no DJ pay. No, it's started
now. I'm from a family of music.
Okay.
The timer is a music composer. So I grew up to a Kuskolo.
Oh yeah.
Study a read the notes, you know. So I became very good at writing, and then I could fit some Muskolo. I grew my time about on the Quran and opera way. I got to use a Bachelor of Music and so on. So it became hard and I became decided because the DJing, which I regret, because that's a more advanced music.
Yeah.
So and then I became opted for DJ because that's what was in. That's when they became so keen. I kept studying music production and DJing, and then I came back. The sports, whatever.
So you were good about getting the pioneer. So all over.
All over. That's why sometimes jack of all trades and master of none. But I was master of all.
So I'm going to tell you your journey was so keen. Didn't
Soul Candy, I was not signed under Soul Candy, to be honest. I was just, they had a DJ and music production is cool. So I just went there to study and got what I wanted, and then came back and tied my thing, which is music production and DJing. So I eat on music production. You can make a big song, a good song, but what matters now, the business part of it. What is it that you now do with the good product, which is not a simple thing now. But at least these days, because with the social media, you don't need anyone who distribute your thing. You can just plug the social media platform and get people to push your thing.
So honestly, the benefits on the dirling
production, I can do more music production. It required a lot of time. However, the songs that I co-produced with, there was a hip hop crew called Vatse Crew. It started off in Joburg. It was doing quite well. Things happen. Actually, these things they change along the way, so you end up only relevant along the way of trying to make it. So there are songs that I co-produced. Label Malome Musi, super producer raps. That's the producer that made the Fifi Cooper song. That's the guy. So those are the guys that I would be with in the studio, and then we would advise each other as to what should be put where when making a song or on the process of production.
Would you want to go back on producer?
I doubt. Look, I can't do something that I don't like. So it's because I'm from the background of
music,
choral and opera music. So when I do the production, that melody, that type of music, and which is not something that I would want to produce. That's why I said, let me just do it a bit. It's too much because that's the basic music. So I can get
Okay, so with DJ in Mafikeng, are there any clubs that you usually play at?
Yeah, the DJing thing, it's my part-time thing, but yes, I started off, I was once resident Mochware FM for I think 2 years every Monday. Go for Kotsahe. I was playing I get a show Felix the Cat. So I did that, and then the clubs around here, I've done in the mix, I've done PH. Because I guess this thing is the train until you book who you know. So it's a bit of contact.
So what's your stage name, Yabu DJ?
My stage name, because I'm coming back to DJing for the second time. Sally had this tape, give me the song and everything. So at first when I was still deep house DJ, I was Mr. Les.
Mr. Les.
Yes. And then as one of your colleagues was and then when I came back, it became Jaws Manyok. That name I did not give it to myself. That's actually my riding name because I was working for the special unit here, Jaws. So they named me after that. Begin Jaws. So it was way too big. So I overpowered all these other names, and I was like, you know what? Let me just
go with it.
Go with this name. More so that I'm actually bringing something totally different from what I used to do in terms of the genre or what I play.
Now, with the name change, are you still getting the same recognition you used to get before when you were, you said Sir LSG, right?
Yeah, Mr. Les.
Mr. Les, are you still getting the same recognition?
Sure, I do. I happen to be friends with most of the people Baba own in the club. Getting gigs, it's simple. Not a problem. It's simple. Also, I could get this thing, book me, I book you.
Tit for tat.
Tit for tat. So I can talk to my friends, Baba own and the clubs to say, I'm gonna book this guy, and then maybe if he has a club somewhere or something, it's a campaign and then they'll come back and book me. So it's not really a problem. If like I said, I don't always have time to do it.
Marian, what you was in position? You blew Wagaso, Consumbu Margaso.
As a youngster, I was a winger. I was a winger. I preferred the left wing. I'm naturally right, but my legs are equally good. So I prefer a left wing so that I cut inside and then I can cut goalkeeper. because since I get energy, I so get a strike because I just stay there. Experience.
Oh, no. So what is the Mokhanyanya bike? Yeah. Since you mentioned or you're a rider. What happened? Or you born and not I want this thing.
Thing is, I cannot limit man. I believe all these things are meant for all of us.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah. True.
The first person on routine is my high school girlfriend who is late.
Hey, but no, may her soul rest. Yeah. Hey, man.
So the time when I go na the bike and I would driving school.
Oh, so yeah.
She would give me that it's a pillion. Now, Auntie dear Kiraman, Gaston live for Gamusta. Baby, how would you say that? Yeah, so that's how it all started, and hugging to get rider, then I fell in love with the feeling that you get when you're on top of the bike.
Adrenaline rush.
You know, and the rush, the adrenaline rush, you know. So I went on, I bought a young super bike, but 350cc.
Oh yeah.
Because I was a young boy. So it went off, but I've noticed that I could maybe Ganyesa to Freiburg or Freiburg to Mahikeng. It was just more of a local bike.
Oh.
They will look at the body and they think it's big. So that's when I started upgrading. So I became a biker until I joined a club and end up forming my own club. And
so no you're bike ya go giving.
No, you're not getting R1 Yamaha.
Oh, gidi lina Yamaha.
Na ke tse sepe ka di bike mara tla le batla la picture ngina ra le bontsha tsamaya kae.
It's one of the most uncomfortable super bikes, and it's because of the that's why maybe time we don't make it because it has a high number the accident. That's given or for something proper,
but for now it does.
For now I've had that's what I'm riding.
And the club we forming Lina game.
The committee that's the committee riding family. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the club that I formed together with a few of the members or other gents that I was with. From the previous club for some things that
you cannot disclose.
I cannot tell it's a lot. No, I was riding for Checkmate before. Checkmate was wonderful, promising club. With style and everything. So after joining Check, which is the first club that I ever joined, because all along Nikile solo rider on. Now, clubs where Honal devotes this politics, Honality Kabad, so I did not, because now I was there to distress. So it started like it's having a lot of weight, so I lost interest. But while I was still with the club, Iberia Desperados, which is one of the biggest black bikers rallies in SA.
Oh, okay.
So naliso sa ka kitsametse ka sone nna. Aki akapoko ke so sa ka sa nnete. No, I can say that and it's during the day khonale we khona gala re ke khape so sa ka ko di bathroom and then shit happened. And then naki tswa ke makala everyone a shebile kante khale shaker the banko wa bara ai wena monna se kometse kwena tswa and then that's how we formed the club. But the main reason was because nele khale re se happy because the politics
from way back.
So it's just like that's even a catchy name. Initially nna ne ke batla go ya back to solo. So I wanted to do my patches as a solo rider and call myself
Yes.
Sekumets because that's what they were calling me.
Oh.
And then the gents were like, no man, let's open a club.
Since
because
really,
now we
really,
want
really,
it."
really,
And then re tsenye di in the comets. Now I don't want to belong to any club again. But no, that's why in a riding family, not a club.
Oh.
So we decided to make it a riding family. So we gather mostly for the purposes of riding or the charity runs. Other than that, we minimize the politics with calling that thing a club because there are things that needs to be done. There's a lot of politics.
So gone gore go nne le club ke eng se leng goreng sa diriwa go clubong eo?
Bikers, it's all about charity, helping the disadvantaged, also distressing from our busy weeks.
Yeah.
So normally what happens is that a certain club would make a charity run or some sort of charity event, and then they would invite other clubs to come and support. So they would identify maybe a house or a preschool or wherever performing the charity work day.
Event, yeah.
So and the other clubs should come and donate that charity work, and then from there it's just a party, festival, having fun, lifestyle. Yeah.
I know motho a join a club, or is it open or is it private?
Go na le trialing yana tshwantseng I undergo.
Yeah, there is a process, but obviously the club differ how do you join, but normally from the motorcycle clubs call it on day. Some clubs would say you need to ride with them maybe for 4,000 kilometers as a prospect. So when you come and join, they would give you a small patch. They have patches. That's the identification ya club. So when you start, they'll give you your first small patch, and then you need to ride the required kilometers. So that they confirm, yes, indeed, they're actually getting a ride and not a small boy. And then now when you are done with those, is then that they will put a whole patch on a full member, and then we are I always get people, that's my identification. That's me.
That's you,
they defined my route, where I have been. There's my name, there's my country flag, there's my club name. So how we appear, it's like we appear now. It's totally wrong. Rules, they just fade away. They lose our quality.
Yeah.
Ne ke santse ke re ke a botsa gore a di beginners di letlelesegile ko ditlabong tse yana gate it's not for small boys.
Not that it's not possible, but as long as you can do what it takes to be a full member of the club, then you are allowed. Maruska police are paid because you are bike. So take it bit by bit, do what you can do. You are not in any competition. And then how it's all right is then that you can try such big or large number of.
Mardi competitions for the bike.
Yeah, normally after the charity run, when we gather, we have it's all games up until, because normally 11 or 12, the charity work it's done and we get to the stadium or to the venue. Then it's all games, slow ride, which is something that I was good at, and then the stunt men, and then there's a whole lot of games.
Tug of war.
Such club with their computer, and then there's the biggest supporting club on bikes, and then we would be on a road counter which club has a lot of members on bikes at that event. And then also the longest riding female who rode the longest distance, and then before Besha started the awards, that's award goes to Mama, who win this competition or win this one, and then from there, so it's fun.
Yeah?
So are those charity events and whatsoever is only open to people who are bikers or just ordinary people?
No, we can't block anyone to.
Because I mean, I hardly ever see posters event, charity event, the biker club and whatsoever.
No, they do. There's a lot. It's just that Rona members of the public will only focus on the after party. Later on, it
Ke gone yaanong go batla go iwang ko,
or whatever. Mar initially, like we don't just gather a charity event that's happening prior to the party, everyone knows about. So every time when there's bike gathering, chances are there was some charity event that was happening. There's a lot. Yeah.
Now, I think we should get to heads and shades. I
the
mean,
main topic, yeah,
letsatsi la teng I ke se ke betse ke re mare ke batla gore la atumela.
So yaanong a re botsa yaanong heads and shades, the name ke batla go itse yaanong leina gore le simololela from
Ash, bro. I thought of this thing in the toilet, I kid you not. Toilet, and I was like, Mare, you know, there are all types of entertainment, not all, but the only type of entertainment that's there does not suit certain people. Every festival, I was like, nah, let me try and come up with the event that will cater everyone who does not have a place to go, everyone who's not catered by the events.
All right.
By then. And I presented the idea to my younger sister because what can I call the event? And then she's the one who came with the name Heads and Shades, because the idea that I was pitching to her, it was a day job, and you know, after people get set up at chill, have activities, beach volleyball, table tennis, PlayStation, Koki competition, horse riding, activities, man. Can you sell the vibe and not the life?
Yeah.
Can we get people coming to the event for what the event is, but not who is on the poster or who is coming to the event?
But I think for people by long activity, if somebody were to hear you explain what you just saying what you just said, I mean, they'd be hooked to come into the event, because I mean, activity about it.
That's why Noyana really go the 8th one this year. So it proves what the idea was actually they want to be sustainable. You know, when something is your baby, you know how to nurture it, and you know how to the direction. So sometimes you'd invite people over so that the finances. But I never sold any shares to anyone. Yeah. It was just inviting the gents to Sabafetu. This is what I do, Yampal. How can we help each other? You can put your money, put this much, and then after the event, you'll get your money back, and then we, whatever that is left, we see such agreements. So, but they end up deviating from the initial idea, because now they must obviously have control over the money that they've put on the table. So if we deviate a bit, to bash, was the lineup, but that was maybe got the 4th annual. But the initial idea you had already talked to the 4th one.
So that's when it deviated.
That's when it deviated. Not the ups and downs, but 2 years starting from last year, I managed to deal away with those distractions.
Nice.
Bit by bit, we're trying to get it back to
where it was,
or what we wanted it to be. You understand? So it comes from far. It's way too big now, and having to change it in jail like that, it's.
So yeah, they say what 6.
No, the 8th. 8th, yes, because the first one was in 2014. We just took a break for 2 years.
So it's COVID, isn't it?
Yes. Otherwise, yeah. Was it 2013 or 2014, somewhere.
But
guys, let's mind that the ting. Did come out? It's like really
because right now, what are already the activities on since you said it deviated, that's to or they are still there, games and.
Now what's happening? There's a free market, like the stalls whereby people bring whatever products that they have. set up and people will dance while shopping around.
Oh, sharp.
So key set up on your it's not all about bash.
Bash.
But last year when we came back, because actually we were testing the market, because there is a show
Oh, yeah.
where are we after such break? We did not have those events because it's money and there's no funding. The kids school fees,
yeah.
You know, and not sometimes, it has never made that money has never came back. The best that we have done was breaking even.
Oh.
So it's something that when you do, you need to be very careful of how you spend, because otherwise events don't have money of it.
But where did that fair?
You'll only make money per eventing if maybe to talk about the sponsors. So the whole expenses that the event, they are not from you.
It need from sponsors.
So you start from zero to plus making money. Now, if you are going to take money from your own pocket, I mean, sound and stage really too, you can cost 150,000. And then you get 2 national artists. Ganyesa, geographically, we are disadvantaged. Now, if you take, for example, Oskambo from Gauteng, Ganyesa, he could have made maybe 200,000 in one night. I did that side. I hop around.
Oh, so
charge what he could have made on that day. You know, and the peak times it's our. So how could the artist do one about 100, one big act? You know, and also there's chances that he might not come.
Oh, you have to put that to consideration.
And the other expenses apart from the ones
expenses, there's riders,
accommodation, most probably
team, driver, stage manager, whatever, a team of 5. You must book a certain type of accommodation for them, plus the riders. So all in all, you can spend up to 120,000. So it's a bit impossible that you would make money in this circumstance.
Especially from your pocket.
Dog.
So when I try to get these sponsors for
I do, but unfortunately, to this date, I haven't got any as huge as this thing is.
I mean, last year
Last year it was McG. There was also MFR Souls. They did not come. There's speculations that someone gave them money and say don't go to that event. I'm not sure about that, but those are they were in Freiburg on the 25th. Freiburg is 70 kilometers from Ganyesa, but they did not pitch at our event, and we had paid them the deposit of 30,000 already. Do you think they will bring it back? It's gone. It's gone.
For body, like she said, Mari Swenza Tomobone, and when I you have to understand.
So at some point you're working at a loss, but
I don't really take it as a loss, because more entertainment than a reputation. So if the outcome results in positive, even if I did not make money, I take it as a win, because that's what I need, so that actually the impression is it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's the one that will make people to come the next one. So I take it as a win. It's not a total loss. There's always a bit of positive aspect that you can get from every negative incident or situation. So yeah, and you know, people don't believe it. You know, when you get 500, say 5,000 people, that's a lot of crowd. That's a lot of people. How about 100 rand? That's 500,000. Imagine the setting up of the whole thing can cost you 30,000. Mere barricades, how about 500 meters? Partition, the floor plan, it's over 20,000.
Yes.
So it's
was spend out time
way too expensive.
Was spend out time. Yeah, no. I report ticket.
Ticket, we had the early birds tickets, because the tickets, since they didn't go computicket and webtickets from October. So the early birds are available up until the last day of November. In 100 rand. Now we have the normal ones, which is 150.
Okay.
Still computicket. They are available until the last day of
The event.
the last day of the event, or the day
Oh,
of the
the
event.
event, yeah.
Yeah, and then gating 200. Thing is, we are trying to encourage people not to wait until they pay gating, because also le rona e re beya at risk the handling of cash. Risk ya go tshwariwa dipo, risk ya go tswediwa, you know.
Body bouncers. Yeah, true.
I mean, and people never, I don't think people really ever understand the fact that goreng batho ba di event tlhele ba ka letsatsi la event ko gating price ya ticket e be oketsio ne. They always force gore batho go batla go reka go gating.
Batho go tsena aspect that is reflected from the last year one. We had close to 5,000 people. Mari, you want to believe the ticket sales, the computicket were 29,000, and our web tickets were 12,000. For all the rest of the people, but negotiating kamadi. So you can imagine the stampede because now you are busy with la and your favorite act will busy with performer. Understand? So we always try to encourage people, but already whatever tickets cheaper than go shop right to go computicket or even online.
So tell me, what should people expect more this year?
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, this year.
You know, the thing is now, we are not trying to make a bash. That's why we tried to broaden the market. We have Oskambo that will cater the young ones and the girlies, where girls are because everyone comes there.
I actually saw something on TikTok earlier on today. Khonali video ya ga Oskambo aloko podcast and chill ne, and then people were like, "Haibo, ubua so kanti bile motho or na re ne re sa expected the voices and re expected the voices of Questa, mambo." So do you think the girlies are still there ka ene but they were complaining about voice ha?
Yeah, actually started hating, not hating, but she was turned off. I think it was 2 days back. And I was like, this guy does not sound like.
If I could even see the video, Kiboni threaded thing on Facebook. I was like, let me just go check this video out, you know. And honestly, it didn't sound that bad. No, it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't. It does not sound like him. When you look at Oscar Bona class, and then the next thing when I voice say la bukasi, so I think maybe people were expecting about Camboy child, he understands what he is selling. That's one other thing that is very important in testing these days. You know, when you are lecturer about the DJ, but let's be honest, I still need help myself. I'm not in a position to help anyone else because I also need to be helped. Now, when you say I should book you, and you want me to give you 3,000 for argument's sake. Now, how about I offer 3,000? What is it that I benefit from?
From you.
Like, how many followers do you have? Besides your good set, what is it that you like? What is the difference between how only thing how say who's going to see your name on the post and decide to come? Between you and the event, who needs the other? Who needs the other more than the other? So, and they think I'm harsh. You know, some lessons are better than the hard way. Let's be honest with things. Don't shoot the events that I would pay. I would literally pay money so that I can control that platform. Now imagine instead of me doing that, now and then
exposure.
You need to know what is it that you are selling. Machita, number one, you can't be a DJ and then how many pictures, how to you know how
Or I wanna leave page ya mo
Or
Facebook.
how on a page or how move on you don't look like you must look the part. How la ma 2K tshotse ba itumela.
Because I mean, the DJ malating ba itamela ka their own ring lights and tripods and whatsoever. Hale mo setting ya gage ba record their set or they go live on social media.
Or baile hable more. You must sell something. Sell something. Can it not just be a Palabko DJ is not a rescue dog. Every second house there's a child that can DJ. But
True.
the thing here is what is it that you put on top of
Being a DJ.
Being a DJ. So
We born okay. I give about this. We born a guy 5 years. Hates and shades.
the plan is to have it konageng, ne? The plan is to have it konageng, bring back your horse ridings, your
Okay.
quad bike,
Camp vibes.
camp vibes, because we used to have camps back in the days, have it for 3 days. The first day, maybe in a body soccer tournament, because also I scout, I plug young players, good PSL clubs on the development. So that's part of
nice.
good development. And then the second day in the Bomadi family picnic, have it easy, chilled, those performance points and whatsoever. And then at night, the third day, then we have it. Then cook. That's the main event. Whereby maybe, if possible, we can have 2 stages. Maybe the other stage for the piano and what, and the other stage to cater a certain market, and then you'll just decide which one do you want to go to. The setup of your
Speaking of catering for the same market, ne? Good already before Noli a deep house DJ. How has it been from being a deep house DJ to being a piano DJ?
There's a huge difference, man. Especially what the times now. Back then, deep house was working. It was working. It had more listeners. You could get bookings at deep house. But these days,
Deep house fans are still there, So if you like piano took over and now they're no longer being catered for.
Let's make peace with the fact that Miriam Makeba and Honalibani Batsana Miriam Makeba. Piano, it's here and piano.
It's here to stay.
It's here to stay. Also, I love how it made us connected, or it made us one. And we are not trying to sound like anyone, like it's so South African. Even the dance moves, I bet the same. But back in the days before piano can go to deep house, you would not get to the reps and get them listening to deep house. They were strictly for hip hop. How to see the way to give one about the deep house, it's something else. But since the birth of piano, we all dance to one tune. We are united as South Africans, and we are not trying to do it like to imitate anyone. This is our sound. This is our original sound. It says a lot about us. That's why it gives so much hype when it plays, because it's not far-fetched. Like, you can feel I need to move now. This is the
Yes.
And no one will ever do it better than us. And you can never do anything better than piano, because piano is us. So it's commercial. It sells. Getting back to your question, when you are a piano DJ, if you know your story, if you look the part, if you have the necessary, now I can't entourage. Not bad, was saying nice. So that whoever own booking, the value for his money. And then when I get there, will be proper nicely. I keep him. It's just to add some weight in.
Mama nasa kabani ha bona o dikologile ke basadi ba ba.
Mama ora wa kuntlo. Nah, she knows what I do. She's young and understanding. Why you told Papa ya tsena mo lapeng?
So date di kana ke leng ya Heads and Shades?
Ke the 26th. It happens on the 26th of every December. Yeah, normally
Go sa kgathalesego di 26 ke Monday, ke Laboraro.
it's always on the 26th, from the first one until the current one. And then 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock during the day, normally the gates are open. That's when people start to get in.
Okay.
Bahochela, and then late at night, yeah, hotel,
Go nna monate yana.
So are there going to be any activations prior to the main event?
That's what we would have loved, Mare, because of budget. Because also Renalebo Busin Klongo, gospel artists, gospel artists, they play with a specific instrument. Piano drum kit and so it gets more expensive. So we are going to deal away with the activations. What we will do, if I the event at Samachita, Baritsan Lebon. We would just ask to come and plug our gazebo, branding and issue flyers, and if possible sell tickets there. Those are the type of activations that we are going to be doing. However, back in the days, Khaledi nothing the activations, but I did not see so much impact.
All right.
Yeah.
Because I've seen other activations being done at clubs prior to the events at Diragala, Ke eng se se tlhokagalang, or are you guys supposed to pay the club for them to allow you all to do an activation for your event, or like what's the whole process area gore o kgone gore o dire activation go dipleke tsa go tshwana le tse di yana?
There's actually no a specific way of doing it. It depends gore wena le motho wa club a itseng o batla go direla go yone. How do you agree? If it's something that has weight, you can simply say, hey, can I come with DJ 1, 2, 3, 4? Meaning for the entertainment fund for that day. The owner was safer. The afro. When what you gain is the publicizing your event, And then now, how I normally do it, because you could happen so much, can I get 1, 2, 3, 4 people to come and play and then set up my thing and do the activation? And then it's business as normal to you. So at least to our saver, the owner of the place, because he does not pay for such, and at the same time people come.
Yeah.
So, but also I think if Baba we're not takings, whatever, or whichever way the business sense to the both parties.
True.
Because the club owner doesn't lose. After all. For them it's business as usual, just that the DJ maybe go pay like batho ba ileng gore they're from ba ileng gore ba go perform at your event batla le wena, and just being told about the event. Okay.
So it's a win-win situation to both parties.
Yeah, Papa TF. Hey guys, it's only TF. T for the one and only. It's come Makala. On a potora.
For sure. Hence, earlier on, that's actually a good question. So since the soccer tournament the first day, that's a platform it can change one's life in the community. So we are planning to have many community development, whatever events or projects we should do. We also we want to make a gospel event. We need to do the winter charity run. That's what we are planning to do this coming winter. But because I can't sit and then identify the families. So yes, there are community development programs involved because also when you need the funds, especially of our government, but also what I check out like what impact do you have, positive impact that you have in the community? How does the community benefit from what you are doing? So yes, we are going to have such.
Kelvin?
Any collabs more the biker family and Heads and Shades?
No.
We keep us strictly separate.
In everything I do, sports management, it's something apart. The bike, it's something apart. the hats and shades, they are totally different. Are they interlinky at all? The only thing, attachment in and thing, my friends, but the bikers, they would come. But it's a support a member by the event thing for our own personal things. So I didn't at all.
All right.
Yeah.
But then, cousins, Jagalu it is heads and shades, got 26 December. Every 26 Manta, Makharanga was Rowa Rona, heads and shades. I invited again.
For sure, Bafetu.
You
can come with your studio, do your things, whatever that you want to do.
Bona, heads and shades, T-K². But then, anyway, when I was Shapo Marinjal.
I know.
So kaya batang ko si bua. Maybe batang bua something a community or karona. Lala karona hisiami. Ya karona. We wanna yang.
You know what the podcast there? I know this man. I loved it, and I keep on. I think January this year.
All right.
You know, I like people who challenge their. If I should say their fears.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
You know, McG, when he started the podcast, there was a time when I hosted a potluck in your tag.
Damn it.
Go in Church Lounge. I don't know if you guys know that.
Right, easy.
I started early, very small. But because of the efforts that he put into it, look at where he is now. So, Wafet, you are doing a very great job. And it's very possible that let me talk about the soccer management and thing. You know why I happened to play for Chiefs Development as a young boy. Now, that made me notice, these things are not made for people from somewhere. They are made for us. And then the problem, so I'm all about trying to push them, make them see these things are made for us too.
It's possible.
There's a boy that I took from my annual tournament, Ganyesa, who played for TS Galaxy, MDC, and then Black Eagles. Black Eagles, it's ABC Motsepe.
Oh yeah.
Mar, it's a team owned by this guy, the owner. So at least and he's still a young boy, 2 years, because now when I do things, I do with the young ones, so that they are and they are easily sold. I mean, I get like 27 years old. Let's see your profile. You haven't played anywhere, but if you are that good, why you also at this age? Yeah. So I want the young ones to challenge themselves to say, if I have this talent, if I want to do it, you just put in the necessary effort. Eventually, you also will need a bit of luck. But what if luck comes to your side? So for success to be, you need to be always prepared and then pray for luck.
Thank you.
The results proper.
Pray, guys. But then, as long as matla,
things will fall into place.
Nah, heads and shades. Matla
That's awesome. You want regrets.
Like what I want to scambo. Yeah, shout out to Scambo for yo man. So I'm happy, guys. I'm happy.
Yeah, so I'm happy with you.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Likewise.
Part 2, part 2 after his.
Rabe, how's your original thing? Ruaka Kanya Dinala. Kiri, Kitalekilo Mang, Elvonori, Haisima Tata for Batmomonta.
Make your day when you can't a source of a
Yeah.
Human
It will help you get over that. How I channel a Pamela or only.
But then anyway, Koki.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Thank you again.
Big ups for the work that you're doing. Hopefully, Lady Biker charity events.
Yeah, for sure.
Koki Jambisi. Koki wa Jambisi or that's 222 guys. Share.
Guys, I get to hospital. I get most 222. Na ke hela mo gore like you know dilo tse ding tshwanetse o di tsamaya o bone man.
My people was up with where a personal and Yana personal. I get NATO 222 wasadi yanya.
Partially, yes.
Okay.
Only first time.
Oh.
And when I agree, imagine the place of contact, yeah, 22, which is a vibrating machine.
Hey.
So that vibration, how's that right? It's possible, not always.
Hey. You had it here first. Not always. I think I know the reason why. Oh, easy to we know.
Why in the game?
I'm just kidding.
Maybe like the experience the charity and what happens after. Because I mean, what's on a spin city in? Like I feel like Gasiko and Talhag would spin city the quality drifted in. If you it's too loud until gay attend like in Namo who did thing. Only to find out that when you are next to them, that sound doesn't sound as bad as when you are passing by or you get.
Okay, Mare, Rona Rokopa the result after. But then, yeah. Mare, thank you, my dog. Thank you. Naki happy now. I know, yeah. TFO we don't win it. This guy was Kawatakore. We win it, that's all we want. But then, thank you, my dog.
I know.
Nah, see, do me. We are here. Nabi Fitness, Mega City, my Batu, Mafigeng, or Mafigeng Mawat, Yakawe Bata. Thank you for hosting us. Nabi Fitness, that's your pot money. Anyway, thank you guys. T-K²Podcast, Koki.
From us, T-K²Podcast team, we out. Next time, we're going to I think that's about it from me and my team. We out.
Itara.